like that because every time I picture him singing it to a man, and that's just not me.
Yeah, we were singing to Damon on Friday. That was one of my favorite movies as a kid. Was like watching that Friday After Next. Not watching Damon in his white briefs, but damn, the fall from Terry Crews from Grace is crazy. Sometimes you just, I ain't gonna say nothing.
He got it. I didn't know they gave him a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Did they?
I passed by that shit.
I didn't know his money was long enough for him to be able to.
I don't know if you got to be that long.
I think it's a lot of money though to pay for the city services of cleaning them.
Well, just maintenance. I don't know if it's that might be just like HOA dues or some shit.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? How you been?
Go ahead and intro us first.
Yes. It's been 3 weeks then. Yes. I want to welcome y'all to the You Wasn't Outside podcast on the Grown Folks Podcast Network. I'm one of your hosts, not doing the most, normal ass Carl to my front. I have my man at Just Lex, and together we form Voltron.
No, that's Cara and this Lex.
So how you been, man?
Yeah, so like I said, I was just in LA. So I saw Terry Crews.
Did you?
His
where?
Star.
Oh, you saw the Star.
I saw the Star.
Okay.
Yeah. I was looking for Dr. Dre's. I couldn't find it.
Are they all like within a 3-block radius of each other?
3 blocks? Nah, it's pretty long.
For
Hollywood Boulevard. You never seen them?
Nah, I never.
Hollywood Boulevard is pretty long.
I probably never go, to be honest with you.
It's not the nicest part of town.
And it's probably hella traffic and homeless people.
Yeah, it wasn't fun. I went up there. I went to go see The Wiz because I missed it when it was down here.
Yeah. How was it?
It was cool, man. It was cool.
I haven't watched The Wiz since maybe the original one back in the day. All these renditions, I won't.
Yeah,
I won't
it was written. It had a couple like they modernized a little bit of it. So shout out to them, the cast. They're going on. Anybody who's trying to go see that before they hit Broadway, that's looking forward to Wayne Brady. He dropped out, so that ain't gonna be a thing. Yeah,
he's not doing the Price is Right anymore, is he? Was it the Price is Right or Let's Make a Deal? Is he still
doing a bunch of shit? I don't know what he be doing.
I seen him a few times.
He be everywhere, but I don't know what he be doing.
There's a taco shop at my old job location, and they would play Let's Make a Deal. Very Americanized. Like they got a lot of political words written in there. I won't say the name because it's like in the joking vein, but go ahead.
And then while I was up there, there was a pop-up going on right now until March 17th called Hip Hop Till Infinity. And it's basically a pop-up museum dedicated to first 50 years of hip hop. And it was worth what was it, like $30? It was like $30.
Yeah, it was worth the whole little.
It was worth it. Went in there,
especially for an enthusiast man such as yourself.
It was cool, man. It was Wednesday afternoon. I kind of had the place to myself.
Oh, I was about to say there's got to be nobody there.
And
you only would do that to a place like LA though, right? Because you've been there plenty of times. But like, I would want to see what shit look like on a Friday through.
I hate going. Well, okay, so it's a pop up. They don't do shit on Mondays, so it's one of those things. But I was just trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone because I don't like going to LA. So if I'm up there, what's up? And I just the timing happened to be perfect where I was like, yo, March 17th, I kind of got to do this shit now.
Yeah.
So I went and did that. They got, there's little areas for each of the elements of hip hop. They have a visual mixtape at the end. It's like a 360 thing. If you follow me, you'll probably see me sprinkle shit in there for the next few weeks.
There you go. Got to stretch it out a little bit. Take me back.
There's a lot of shit in there. And then just being LA, they have a whole wing dedicated to the West Coast. And it wasn't like some just regular like, Tupac.
Oh, so your shit saying like need this space now, your phone.
Yeah, it did.
I know.
I ran out of...
look, because I can already tell right now.
I wasn't about to hit...
That's like your orgy.
I wasn't hitting...
You know what I mean?
I wasn't hitting the $3.99 though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you already got the $1. The $1 was...
No, I didn't do... Whatever
you
it was
have you have whatever your phone comes with?
Yeah.
That's a tough life. Go ahead and press that $2.99.
And so...
go ahead and press that button, man.
Yeah, and they had like some real West Coast shit in there too. Like some shit where I was like, oh, they got like really got some, like it wasn't just like the big people, big names and this and that. Like they had some shit in there where I was like, oh, it's cool that they got this. And
I could just see you right now, man. If your energy was anything like DC, where you was just soaking in all the monuments, I could already tell. Like, and when we went to that, this is a joke, but I'm not joking. He really lit up an African American History Museum. under the rap area.
I was hurt. I didn't go to that.
Oh man! But I'm saying, like, when I told you, he was like, you know how you do.
No, I was saying, because I was with Jason that day. I think Jason's a YouTube listener. Jason, that's how much I fuck with you, man. I missed that museum, and I really wanted to be here.
When I said it, his face perked up. He was like, you gotta fuck with that.
You don't want to wait till tomorrow?
Kind of still want to see it. Oh man.
Yeah, but it was a good time. Also, to any of our Midwest listeners, I don't know if we have anybody in Chicago.
Oh shit.
But Harold's is mid.
Is this the LA based one?
Yeah, I don't want to talk shit to Harold because I felt like when I heard about it, like from rap songs and shit, it's like a hole in the wall spot where the best chicken's at in Chicago.
Yeah, but the distribution may be different.
Whatever it came out to LA, I hope that's not you, Harold.
I figured that was the case.
I hope that's not you,
like,
Harold.
You can't find, like, think about it. When's the last time you saw red beans and rice somewhere? That's a New Orleans thing, right?
Popeye.
Yeah, that's and where do they get it from? Maybe from Louisiana, right? But then anywhere else that you get it from, if they don't got a deal, like...
Yeah, I mean, and it wasn't like the nasty shit I've ever had, but I was like, oh, like once I saw Harold's, like I was excited. Like, oh yeah, let me go.
Is it better than, what's the chicken and waffle spot that everybody talk about out there? It's off the top of my head. Roscoe's. Because here's the thing, Roscoe's not like super fire to me. It's just that
it's not super fire.
There's not a lot of chicken and waffle.
I think
spots,
it's overrated.
like, anywhere.
I think just people overrate shit depending on
where they're
you're
from,
at, right?
Yeah.
Like me, I don't know because I'd have to ask. But like when I go to the South, I don't even know if it's across the whole South. But when I go to Atlanta, I gotta hit Zaxby's, and people are like, oh yeah, I fuck with Zaxby's, but I treat that shit like it's a holy grail. I think a lot of people out here think Waffle House is shit. I think that shit's a little overrated.
Like Waffle House in general?
I think some people, yeah. I think some people just think
chicken does go with waffles.
It does.
Right? But it's not like the most craziest. I've had good waffles and I've had good chicken, right? But like like to me, it's just, the texture's got to be crunchy and a little bit of flavoring. I've gotten more out of grilled meats, pause. Like the crunchy shit that I don't, maybe I haven't. Tell me somewhere that I'm fucking up at. Somebody will send me a text message. So, let me know.
I mean, other than that,
maintaining.
You can say that.
Yeah. I'll put it to you like this. I wanted to at least address this because I don't know everybody that be here, and I'm gonna say it in this manner, right? Being with my know-it-all, right? Yo, if you know Lex and you don't know me, and you have anything that you need to say or whatever the case may be, you can come to me directly, right? There's no beef. There's no problem. That's not the reason why. Like I literally gave him the Super Bowl off or whatever, and I've really been on some baseball shit, so I just knew that the timing on certain things just wasn't going to work out until we got rid of Sunday practices, which is going to happen at some point. So I just wanted to live life, relax. Same thing. He got some things he taking care of, right? So it's just like, all right, let's just take a break. As longest break we ever took. But I do want to say, like, yo, man, like we have been rocking for a long time, and the extent of our relationship has always been like this. This very house that we sitting in and the house that, his family lives at down the hill or whatever, we've always been tight, since we was teens, shooting basketball on chain buckets right here up the street. Or I come home from college and we just won't talk. We used to go 4 or 5 months without talking. Right? Like that's not like a pod thing. That was a real thing because whenever we sat down and talked, whether it be in front of the house, in front of the green box, coming down to go check on him or whatever, when he was at his other spots or whatever, like we always left a window because he's an in-person conversation kind of guy. And so am I because I'm always running around. So like we always get our shit off to each other and we tell the honest truth. This is exactly how we always are. Right? So as a listener or somebody that's listening to the pod and one of us, and there's some concerns or whatever the case you may have about what's said or what's done or whatever, I'd appreciate if you hit me up directly. I'm not trying to be a dick or an asshole about it. Sometimes it comes across that way because of my enthusiasm and my voice and whatnot. But I want to make sure that people understand that I am a direct person, right? And if I feel like you want some, some weird stuff or you have something negative to say or whatever, then I'm absolutely going to do what I normally do. I try to respect people. I don't bother nobody, right? Minding my business right now as we speak, right? And whatever conversations I have with my man in confidence, those are the conversations that we have. But if I don't know you, let me say it in a way that I should be saying. If I don't know you, oh well, you're going to have to reach out to me. That's all I'm going to say. In regards to how I've been going, everything's great. Kids have been doing good. That takes up 80% of my time. Daughter's been asking me to play golf. That's amazing, right? She's like, yo, when you going to take me? And she just turned 5, so I think she's old enough to go to some of the bigger courses. So we're going to do it, man. And, getting ready to go out of town next month. And, special announcement. And I was talking to Lex about this earlier. I'm trying to be consistent. Bernetta's going to be joining us as a third mic. So that's where we at. Just
rearrange the feng shui again.
Yeah, we're going to have to fix some shit up in here, man. Maybe on this side or something, but she's going to join us because I don't want to drop in making content. There's going to be times that I'm not here where, I feel like Lex and somebody else where he doesn't have to schedule can be able to, carry the brand forward. Or even vice versa with anybody. So if somebody's missing or whatever, we can always put out something. And there's a way that they can do that where I can kind of assist in that process from no matter where I'm at. So welcome to Bernetta to the pod. And Lex still has, 40% ownership stake. So
I got diluted.
Yeah. We all did though. Mine's is like, if yours is 45, I'm like 48 to her. Whatever is, oh no, it wouldn't be that. Yours would have to be lower. Whatever her 10% would be, 11%, so that I get the 1% vote over.
It's all good.
There we go. But I mean, I was listening to, I was listening to Joe. And my man's, he called me. He's getting ready to start a pod. You know who he is. I'm not gonna say it, but we did some camps with him, and so or they wanted us to in that fashion, right? If you're a real hardcore listener, you'll be able to reference that conversation. But and he hit me up and he was asking me about podding, and he was like, "Yo, I was like, I know how you can make money doing pods." It's just that the energy that it takes to do that right now, we not there yet. We just enjoy doing this because we have a listener base in Dago that really fuck with us. But if something came up, I'm not going to say no. I'd present it to Lex and go from there. But the thought is there's no money in podcasting anymore. The boom is over. And I wanted to get your thoughts because I know you heard that same thing and you are a podcaster. How do you feel about that? And this is random shit to fill in time. You hit my hand claps too. I didn't have this on the list, but this is what happens when you take breaks. You start coming up with fire-ass conversations in the meantime. So I just want to make sure that we all got this.
Hella just logged me out.
Oh, that's cool, man. You take your time, bro. So I just wanted to make sure that we had this conversation because I heard about it. And those who are listening to podcasts should know the way that the landscape is looking right now. All right. There we go. So the topic is that there's no money in podcasting. What do you think about that?
I mean, as a podcast listener, I can kind of hear it. I don't hear as many ads anymore.
Yeah.
The same type of ads. You're not really hearing announcements of exclusive deals and
unless you
newer shows coming or whatever. And so, yeah. I mean, I don't know if I expected it. I knew there would be a boom. I don't know the extent of the money, if it's gone completely dried up or if it's just lower. Because if it's lower, I expected that to happen. There's going to be a boom. Everyone's going to try to get in. And then it's going to weed out the people who aren't really about it. And then the money will figure itself out. I don't know to the extent of, or maybe of what you know. But I knew it wasn't going to be like it was a couple years ago.
Right.
If it's completely dried up, that's a little shocking because I didn't, it's not like podcasts are going anywhere. Maybe they're just trying to refigure out how to, if I'm a company trying to advertise, maybe I'm just trying to wait a little bit, trying to figure out what's the best way to do it without wasting all this money.
Right.
Or I might be stuck in the old school ways where I'm still doing radio ads and TV commercials.
I feel like, I don't know if it's necessarily just podcasting though. When I heard it, I agreed with it because yes, the average podcast maybe lasts 8 or 9 episodes. Scheduling is extremely difficult, right? Especially if you have kids, families and shit like that or extracurriculars going on, especially if you're doing it for free. And I can only imagine, right? We save money on studio costs. We save money on equipment. My man was telling me that they charge him at $150 an hour to record podcasts. They'll give him the video footage and edit it and everything, $150 an hour. And I'm like, fam, bro, if you do like 30, 40 episodes or whatever, you're looking at very extensive costs, right? We're 300 episodes in. Imagine like 2 hours per session, right? So imagine if you do 250, 300 episodes in as a network, times that by 2 hours and then $150, right? I'm like, yo, that's a lot of money. All the video, the promotional shit. Like I can see where companies or like podcasters don't think it's self-sufficient to do that because not everybody's blessed with having a space. Like Joe, for example, right? Joe Budden and Joe Rogan, right? They're considered podfathers, right? They're the guys that's out there really doing it. Joe doesn't even rent out a studio. I realized what he was doing when I heard a few clips and then I looked around. Bro's in an apartment.
Yeah.
Smart. You know what I mean? In New Jersey.
Well, I mean, technically that's more expensive, but at the same time,
than a studio?
He pushes out a lot of content.
Right. So he needs the
And
space.
he like
it probably is the same. That's probably why
he's
he did
using it. Yeah, and he can write it off a lot. Like he can use it more
Right.
than just, okay, I'm here for a couple hours.
And Joe Rogan, I'm sure, just has some he has different kind of money, right? So it's like at that point, bro, anyone else out here in the stream, look, San Diego Unified is about to have some layoffs next year. Not to scare anybody, right? But like I've talked to a few school officials. I won't say who because I don't even know if y'all supposed to know this right now because they supposed to be sending the shit out next month, because they have some issues, is what it was told to me. Right,
dry snitching.
Inside source. No, something that's inevitable. I knew that this was coming 2 years ago, though. COVID hit. They started printing up a bunch of money, right? They started adding a bunch of jobs and services. I think somebody in LA just won money right now. In regard, like some entity won money for the distance learning shit that took place, and they sued, right? And so it's gonna follow suit. Right, you're printing up all this money. Disney's letting people go. There's Noggin is just stopped right now off of Nickelodeon. Like there's problems. They closed down.
Like business cycle stuff. There's layoffs a lot.
No.
We're also in a recession.
That's what I'm saying. Like we're getting the residual effects of that.
I know, but I'm saying like
so and these insurance companies, right? We got the back. We just talked about that. They pulled out of California, not really writing new policies. Right? We got high ass interest rates right now, high sales prices. What the fuck do you think that was going to happen in regards to new podcasts coming up? Just saying.
I mean,
if there was money there was money.
It.
That's all that I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm right. It could be multiple factors, but I'm just saying, like, if I were to play a game on some shit that may or may not be relevant and then look at the landscape of entertainment and all this other shit, oh, okay, that makes sense on why, like, people aren't giving out money. You know, a lot of it's advertisers, and a lot of these advertisers want to know how many people that you pull in. So a lot of people have to put in the work to be able to get the numbers. Hence why we put together a YouTube, right? It's like, yo, I got to build our audience up somehow. I got to drop some clips without selling my soul or whatever, you know, but I still love the game. So as long as I love the game, I'm going to keep trying. You know what I mean? And the hardest part is sitting down in this chair
yeah,
and pushing the product. That's the hardest part. And I'm not discrediting it because it is hard. So,
I mean, recessions that's when you weed out the most of the people who aren't really gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, luckily, this game is kind of, when you do it a certain way, compared to a lot of other businesses and stuff like that, the overhead is relatively low.
Yeah.
Which is why everybody and their cousin has a podcast.
Which you should, though. Yo, if I was a real estate guy, I would have a podcast and I would just talk about real estate shit. I can get potential customers off of a podcast. I do it somewhere in my house, talk this shit. It's advertising. That's why when my man was talking, right, he's in real estate, and I was like, and what he wants to do, like, is like around that realm. So it's like, bro, just go ahead and do that then. Like it's advertisement for you at the end of the day because you're a black man in a white market. And you want to make sure you advertise yourself, right? And people get to know you not based off of your looks. One podcast, if it got me a sale and I made at the level he's selling at, I do this little shit right here all day long.
Especially if you was going to do it for free.
Absolutely. Like, or I was going to pay somebody else to do it. I'm a walking advertisement at that point. my logo everywhere. See, look, like I said, I was telling my man that came in and did the house, I be playing stupid, but I be sitting here peeping game. I talk to people and shit like that and ask questions. But yeah, if you starting podcasts right now, good luck to you. I don't, even for us, I feel good that like now we're just replacing like shit that like breaks or whatever. It's not like we starting out new off of a new budget. Like, putting your name in there like early, your name in the hat early has its credibility to it. I was talking to I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I was talking to Jonah earlier this week, or actually, yeah. But whenever somebody hears this, it was earlier this week. And we were talking about guests, and I was like, yo. I know we get the joke off that Lex don't really mess with local artists and shit like that. but also that should be added to that is Carl ain't letting no real local artists come in here. You know what I mean? Like there's a certain, if you was doing something or making some music that I thought would be solid that like we could play because there's the potential of kids and shit like that being here or whatever, cool. But I don't want the other bullshit that come with it. You can't come here, smoke weed and drink and shit like that and hang out like I'm the producer dude and y'all can just hang out here. We not on that type of time. Lex would love it for nostalgia purposes, like just to hang out, like studio vibe. But that ain't gonna happen. So, you guys, if a man uses these 9 phrases, he lacks wisdom and maturity.
Ooh, I remember putting that. I don't know if I still got the thing why I said it though.
Oh, okay, because
we'll skip that
3 weeks ago I was ready for it. I didn't know what he was saying, but I wanted to test myself on that. What job you pick if money didn't? What job would you have picked if money didn't matter?
Ooh, money didn't matter.
Money, and we can go real kiddish too.
I mean, I'm doing one of them right now, right? That I'll probably be some type of historian.
For real?
Yeah, maybe.
I'm not laughing at you because you said that. I'm laughing because like that is a job you don't really get paid for. like I feel what you saying. Like I need health care. I can't just be out here telling you when Jay dropped In My Lifetime Volume 1. I can't tell you that. I fuck with that. That's funny. Honestly, man, I'm already doing the job right now. Like money does not matter in the job that I'm at right now.
Yeah, I mean, I've turned into a pickleball coach the past 2 weeks.
For real? And that's the beauty though, right? Of like information and technology and shit like that, right? Is that like even if you ain't never played before, you'll learn, or if you knew something about table tennis and putting spin on the ball and all that other shit.
Like pickleball, from what I heard, sorry to cut you off.
Nah, you good.
It's like the fastest growing sport. At least in America right now.
Remind me of podcasting, but yes.
And everybody at my house, like they've overtaken they don't play tennis no more. And you pass by at any given time, as long as the light's on, there's people out there. It'd be like 10 p.m.
You know what's funny?
And I'm sitting here thinking tennis the whole time.
Do you know what the materials are?
Yeah.
What is it? I just want you to say it out loud.
It's like playing ping pong, but you using your feet.
No, they give you those plastic paddles that used to be in front of Big Kmart.
Yeah.
They're selling them shits for like $90 now.
I'm telling you.
Bro, the ball is a wiffle ball.
It's a wiffle ball. It's a wiffle ball.
Yo.
Because I'm sitting here thinking like, I don't understand this game. And then I play it and I'm like, okay. The reason it's so popular is because more people can play it.
Yeah, you don't have to move.
Because you don't, I was like, because man, tennis is fucking hard.
Yes.
And so I'm sitting here like, but I'm like, pickleball is easy as fuck. I'm like, this is why it's for everybody.
It's like is it badminton that the Asians play sometimes?
Yeah. They didn't play pickleball. It was their shit too. I know who's out there. I know who's out there.
That's crazy because there was an Asian girl that was telling me like, you and your wife should come out with me and my husband. And I was like, yeah, like I can tell by the way you're saying it right now.
Because
like you die for this shit.
Everybody I've talked to was like, this game is so fun, and I'm like, really? And I'm playing it. I was like, this is a regular ass game to me.
Where'd you get a paddle from? You bought your own?
Oh no, they got I think they got it for a Christmas present, but Sound Beat, they got the whole setup now.
For real?
And they got a corner lot, so their backyard is big enough. We set that shit up.
You just be out there.
I mean, the ball goes over the fence a lot, but that ain't me. That's kids.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, you know, I see people playing it, man, and like I said, like the set, I saw a set at Dick's Sporting Good for $130. 2 paddles and 3 balls. They just had a little stamp on it that looked cool, like real official.
Hey,
I was like, hey, you know what? Get it how you
get
live.
it while it's hot too.
Yeah. And you know, and shit, they doing like pro circuits now. I seen people with headbands on and shit. It's the real deal.
That's the fastest growing sport.
Man, and here's the thing though. Would you watch a pickleball match?
I don't watch tennis.
I feel like that like shits on Wimbledon and all that. I'll watch like the tennis matches back when Serena and Venus played. We got some new dudes now, but like now that I know a little bit more.
I think the only thing that'll make me watch pickleball if it's an Olympic sport and I'm feeling real American-ish.
I'll watch that over curling.
Oh no, I don't know about that.
Nah, I might watch it over curling.
I gotta sweep the ice, baby. Sweep the ice.
I'm not sweeping no fucking ice, man. But yeah, man, I'll give you that. I definitely wouldn't be a professional pickleball player, though. That's not. I mean, look, let them have it. You know what I mean? Anybody that wants it. So.
Yeah, I've been teaching G how to skateboard too. And
can he ollie?
Nah, we just trying to get
the coordination.
The board he has right now is more riding. He ain't doing no tricks.
You can't give him a real joint though, because them bearings is fast. Look, if anybody remembers, them shits got ABEC 9s.
The first board is all about riding, and then if he wants to do all that other shit,
he got the plastic bearings in there, like the Walmart joint.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know what?
He not moving that. He not moving that fast. Yeah. He got the alignment's all fucked up. He's trying to get his weight to like.
I was at that.
He's trying to lean, just make sure it's straight. You can't even fix
that either, too. That shit's all plastic. Once it's gone, bro.
Yeah, the way you treat shit, this board ain't gonna last too long. Let's just try to get to some balance.
Yeah, get down a few hills and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Shit. Shit. Now let's not do that one. I like this one. In your mind, what movie characters best describe our friendship? Now I went straight Lethal Weapon.
That's fair.
Yeah, I went straight.
It's definitely like a buddy cop type of thing.
Yeah. Like it's like it ain't nothing too crazy. Like, but it's like and we're gonna talk about the white and black issues. You know what I mean? And I definitely would own like a corner store. You'd be the cool dude that like fuck with like the Italians and shit. If we was.
Because we're not quite bad boys.
Yeah, nah. That's why I went.
We're not quite Turner and Hooch. I just ran across my.
We're not Harold and Kumar. Look, I keep hitting you with a few of them. We're not Harold. Like that's why I was like, yo, Lethal Weapon might be the best one I can think
Bert
of.
And Ernie.
Bert and Ernie is crazy. I can't even remember they mannerisms.
They just gay best friends.
Maybe Pinky and the Brain. You could be the Brain. I'll be Pinky. You know, I got that foolishness.
Nah, I don't think that would work.
Yeah, I'm
because
trying.
Pinky's a B mic.
Doug and Skeeter. Might be in my bag with a Doug and Skeeter.
Arnold and Gerald.
Hey, you know what? I might be with you. At first, I was like, that's stupid, but I might be with you. Because Arnold's real talkative when he hang out with Gerald. But for the rest of the part, he be, oh, yeah, you know, just chilling, doing my thing. Yeah. You might be on to something right there. Yo, so I've been watching, go ahead, hit my hand claps. I got 2 shows that I need to get off. And I
probably got like 10 shows.
And I'm really glad that I thought about that because we connected last week. It's just that we all been fucking running around doing shit. I realized that you and I watched the same show together. And because you was giving it up, or somebody was watching it, and you was by chance watching it. So I'll get it off in a second.
Now?
Yeah. There's 2 of them that I definitely want to hit on. I'm gonna start with this one. The Last Airbender's been on TV.
Okay.
And it's on Netflix. Now, like me, I was big on like the Avatar and stuff like that, especially when the movie came out, maybe damn near 10 years ago now, maybe even longer. And then I watched, the cartoon shows. So being able to watch The Last Airbender with my kids and shit like that is pretty dope. At first he was trying to like walk upstairs, Chris was. Corey, she gonna watch a good story no matter what. She just like her mother. But then he started seeing the fight scenes and asking me questions. I'm like, bro, just sit down. Like. So now when I was upstairs before we came in here, I said no video games. I said watch whatever you want on TV. He went back to the Airbender. So I was like, all right, cool. You know, we got to keep up with Lex in terms of like making sure that the 90s nostalgia in our house like stays up in early 2000s. The second one I got is Love is Blind. Season 6, I believe.
Yo, you watched the whole thing?
Hell yeah. Oh, I'm all caught up until like even with the new releases that came out like a couple of days ago.
Yeah, no, I only got through that first 6.
That's cool. That's all we needed. That's all. We don't need to tell the whole season anyway.
So every single couple on there,
Okay.
I only wanted for certain parts of the show. Like once they finally got
Break it
together,
down. I need to know.
Two of them, I was like, I don't care about y'all at all. Right?
Which one is that? That's the girl from the Mexican girl and the white dude.
Yeah, I don't care about y'all.
Yeah, and then
one of them, I only care about y'all when it comes time to meet y'all parents.
That's the black and white
the
dude.
Religious group. Yeah. I only care about y'all when it's time to go home.
You got to keep watching it. You got to keep watching.
And then another one was like, yeah, maybe it'll get popping once y'all start living together, so we can really expose that there's like some DV about to happen.
You talking about Jimmy?
Yeah, my man, and then my man who clearly made the wrong choice.
Jimmy, right? With Megan Fox.
Yeah. To be fair, because everybody giving her shit, right?
Which one?
Megan Fox.
Okay, I want to make sure that people were giving her shit.
To be fair,
so your tone is that
she's getting dragged.
Something's wrong with her. Keep going.
No, I'm just talking about the fact that you don't look like Megan Fox. Clearly there's more wrong with her than that.
Oh, but the people that you know are giving her shit for the more wrong.
No. I'm just saying, no, for everything.
Okay, there we go.
That bitch is
accountability. Thank you.
But when the first thing she ever said was, they say I look like Megan Fox, right? I hit the floor. This is before the internet, so I already knew. Okay, once I see me and Black Twitter in sync, I said, okay, I'm not the only one that just heard that shit. And then but I'm sitting here and I'm like, you know what though? If I'm in the club, it's dark. I'm 6 shots deep. I can see whoever's been telling her this. I can see where they were trying to go.
It's the eyes in the cheekbone.
The problem is when the lights come on and you sober up. That you got to understand this is not who you look like.
The chin is what get me. The chin.
Which one?
That's what I'm saying. But it's like
she got like 3 of them.
It's like connected to her neck. Her chin looked like the little gold rod behind. It goes straight down, bro. And you know what? And the black dude.
Which one? My man Clay.
The cool dude that played ball. Oh, he played in college. He shows his.
The one whose ego just too big for his own.
Yeah, like okay. Here's the thing, right? And I was asking my wife this. I know that looks do not matter, and I'm choosing you, right?
The one that went on Love Is Blind and said, "Yo, I ain't doing shit till you tell me what you look like."
She was like, "Oh, it's an instant turn off. Like I wouldn't blah blah blah." It's like, nah. Like if we sit in there for 19 hours, I kind of want to know.
I mean, I get it, but
imagine podding right now. We put a wall in front of us. I never knew who the fuck I was talking to this whole time. Just literally right here. Many hours we spent.
But the parameter of the show is like, hey, we're kind of going against the whole thing.
I thought you was gonna side with me.
So I am gonna side with you, but I'm also like giving the show 1 and 2. Just because you proposed to her. Doesn't mean you got to get married. Just continue on with the show and keep it pushing.
True. Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like, 90 Day Fiance. All right, we're on day 1. We got 89 more of these things. You just got to America. We're going to find out if we really going to get married.
Did you, so if you found somebody and they didn't look up to like what you normally go at, like if baby said, yo, I look like Megan Fox and that's what came out.
I'd be hot.
But like, think about all the the girls that you really liked in your life, and you felt that way about her, like off the initial, right? And you saw that.
I'd like to think I'm less shallow than that,
but I feel like you're from a time period like Black Planet, all those other places. I'm not saying you was on that, but like there was no thumbnails or photos back then, so you were just talking. You was like 19F.
Everybody I talked to, I met in person, so I can't really. You know what I mean?
Every person you're even like you met like online or something, or you never met somebody online.
I missed that era.
Oh shit!
So it's like any girl who's ever any type of relationship I went into is because I talked to you, because I'm a slow burn anyway. I know Love is Blind is my bag. If you don't have to look at me first and I just get to get all these jokes
you're saying
off,
that about you, but what if it's the other way around about someone?
that's what I'm saying. I would like to think I'm not that shallow, but I'm not gonna lie.
I'm
sure.
I'm personally curious in which
I'm
you
not
want to.
sure. If anything, so with the Megan Fox
I feel like
situation, I would just be upset. Okay, I'm like, you know what? Let's pretend I'm not that shallow. What would upset me is, okay, not that you don't look like Megan Fox. It's the delusion in your brain that you've seen Megan Fox. You've seen yourself.
She did say she didn't feel like she looked like her, though. She did say that, to be fair.
Okay, then I'll take back what I was about to say. It's more the self-awareness.
She said people say that, but I would have never, though, to pick up what you're saying, don't bring it up.
And clearly she knows, because she acts that crazy for a reason. She's very insecure.
She said she's been cheated on a lot.
You can tell she's one of them girls that all you got to say is you like her and she likes you back. You know what I'm talking about. I ran across a couple in my day. I was like, it can't be that easy. Hey, you know what?
I love you. She's like, he told me he loved me.
This past couple.
Yo, the other dude.
That's what I said.
Yo, she got him the little watch thing.
Yo.
Hey, I looked for it. I look for it in
and that's
the
what I'm like, because I'm like, yo, I was like, it's gonna come down to whoever she talked to first.
Yeah,
whoever asked her first, she's gonna say yes.
That's like that. What you just hit me was the you know, like, if you know the insider, Clayton Thompson, the insider, or whatever. Like, bro, like whoever she talks to first, she's
even
gonna
at the end, even when he was getting let down. Yeah, I've been tapping my watch all day. I was like, oh, and he was a way better match for her,
looks wise and everything. I don't see her and the other guy together.
I didn't see.
There's a few couples that don't make sense to me. Even the Mexican girl and the dude with the long hair, or Puerto Rican, Dominican, whatever she is. Like the white dude, she's like, yeah, that's not normally the dude I go after. Like, she got a thick accent. It looked like some like, what is that, modern?
Oh, because she said, she's only dated ethnic guys, right?
Yeah. So that means like either me or like.
I'm all here for that.
Yeah.
I get to be the first one. It's a smooth transition. This isn't exactly what white is.
Have you ever seen that? That's the thing.
I've been that. What you mean?
Like somebody like date a black dude or whatever, and they'd be like, yo, I'm gonna go on the white dudes.
I've been the transition.
Oh yeah, see?
No, and I've been told that way. I'm not gonna go all the way out yet. I'm gonna get there.
Oh, you are the middle piece.
I'm stipple shading.
Yeah. You better. Y'all don't,
I'm the gray.
Y'all never seen Lex with a comb over. I'm trying to tell you, he was out there trying to sling that business.
The background music don't change.
But yeah, man. These people just don't like. Let's talk about your boy Jimmy, right? Obvious reason why he pulled out, right? With a girl he should have been with, the baby.
Yeah. To be fair, like, hey, the young, he ain't ready for all that. If you ain't ready for that, then don't even play with her.
Yeah, but you ain't seen a new episode, so I'm not going to say nothing.
But also, I mean, he didn't do much better.
That's probably what he said to himself.
I'm trying to just, the way she went off, because where I left off, she was like, you going to be so fucking mad when you see what I look like.
You see this face, though? He was fucking sick when she said it. He was like, I might be kicking myself.
Well, that's why when they all get together, like whatever episode that is, where they all be there.
Yeah,
I want to. There's a few things I want to see with them because they're interesting because they're already chaotic.
I'll help you out on this. It's not even foreshadowing anything. He hit her up the day he got his phone back. like he found her IG and he has no qualms with telling old girls friends. Like, yo, I really, like, that was my number one pick, but then she stole the day and consoled me.
So I'm at an age where having a kid is not going to scare me off. Right? But
29, they would have done that too? Because I feel like you had your kids around like that.
No, but maybe not age. I'm in the place in my life to where, obviously, I have kids, so having kids not scare me off. She had other issues too.
Which one? The skinny one?
The kid.
What was wrong with her?
Like, she was, it seems like,
I feel like all of them got issues up there.
No, of course. But see, I don't want to fall victim to the finer you are, the more crazy you can be.
I love that.
I mean, it's a thing.
I like it.
We talked about it.
There's something to it, but go ahead.
But at the same time, it's like, what it seemed like to me, other than the kid thing, is she just wanted it so bad. It was I'm not saying it was all the way forced, but I felt like she was going to force a connection and try to find something with somebody. She put her eggs in the basket. But
they never really showed her with nobody else, though.
I know. That's what. But it just felt like the way she was talking, like, oh, I need, like, she had the biological clock ticking, right? Yeah. and she just like, I needed this. I needed to fall in love here.
Yeah. Oh, I get what
I
you're
needed
saying.
it, and you took that shit away from me. And I'm like, wait a minute.
There's a whole life outside these walls. You can find somebody today.
You guys are dating like 10 people at a time.
Yeah.
My favorite too, whenever they go back to the quarters and you see all the people who ain't getting no burn, like where the fuck did this person come from? They get like, and they're the therapist when
That's
they
how
get
I felt
back.
about Big Dude. Like I was like, yo, like for him to be as gentle as he is, I was like,
Oh, he be barring her up. He got the Jesus bars. He got shit ready to go.
I just need you to watch these next few episodes for real. There's a lot of shit that happened that I was like, whoa, didn't see that. So like this by far. It's probably my second best season in conjunction to the first one that came out with the first white dude and the black girl. That was the staple for me.
The ones that made it.
Yeah. Some of them are having kids right now.
Yeah.
That my wife was telling me about. So I was like, oh, that's dope. So like now we know it's not fake. You know, with there being a child being there.
I think one couple's usually pretty. I think there's usually one couple that's the most genuine. I think there's one couple that's there for TV, and I think there's some other people who think that is genuine and it just don't work.
Who you think is going to survive and get married right now? Just give me one.
That's going to get married?
Actually married. Here's the thing. Like the Latina girl, she says that her mom and dad may not approve. I don't know. I think the black dude is acting.
It's either the boy who...
yeah, I think that like he
Jesus?
The cool one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think he want to be a good dude, but
even
he can't.
Oh yeah, he's acting like a good dude.
Yeah.
Not that he's acting for the show.
Yeah.
He thinks he's more grown than he is. All he's gonna need, his bachelor party is a wrap.
That's it. Or just, and you know what's funny? Like, bro got his shit together. He got a house and everything. But he looked real particular. Like, I don't know.
I think he wants. Yeah, it's like in his mind. I want to be mature. I want to be. I think I have the ain't shit out of my system, and he's just not there yet.
Right.
That's how it looks like to me.
And it seems that way. Like, so you saw when they were getting ready to leave, and he was like, "I just don't want to fuck this up."
Probably
when they was eating dinner.
Oh, because once they. Oh no, the last episode I saw is their last night after everyone proposed, and my man Jimmy had one too many, and he's over there like, "Yo, she is stacked."
You're Dave.
And then everyone's just looking at her.
Which threw me off because Jimmy don't look like he fuck
Jimmy,
with that.
You sure you okay? Have you ever seen something like this?
Jimmy don't look like he fuck with that. Yeah, man.
Nah, he was. You could see it. Like it was more than the tequila.
Yeah,
he was like gone.
But it was hurt.
Now he's one of those like the slave masters that really just like, hey, I really fuck with it. I'm just not allowed to. But hey, I'm about to get it in while I can. This is where all the mixed children started coming from.
Absolutely, in this fashion. Did you see how old girl responded?
To be fair, like
I wanted a hug. You didn't hug me all
crazy.
day. Like, come on, man. He wasn't even really bugging.
I'm
like
surprised.
that.
Oh boy, like he's like, hey man, just it was all respect. I'm not trying to get punched in the face.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I'm not taking you serious. You don't know what to do with all that anyway.
If I were to take a guess,
that shit was hilarious though.
Somebody's got to get married, right? I'm gonna say that it'll probably be the Latina girl.
Oh, in each season, it's usually half of them, right? Like 2 out of 4 usually
but I don't
get
even think we're gonna get half. Like these matchups, like nah, because there's too many like lingering like love interests that they want to know what they look like and shit.
Yeah, no, I mean I'm here for. That's why the season will be successful.
Yeah, because I don't want to see the happy shit.
That's why when the happy shit comes, I was like, I don't care about y'all. Except for the happy ones where I can like think, oh, you've never dated a white woman before. That's gonna be fun when you go home to mom.
Or I want the ones that like it didn't look like they were gonna make it and they both said yes.
I don't even care about that.
Nah,
that's
fine.
Still happiness.
Because in your mind, you're thinking that it's gonna go the other way. Like I thought, like what's his name, Bartholomew, and the other girl Nancy from the last season. I thought for sure they was gonna say yes to each other.
I'm over here I'm always here for first time interracial couple. That's never had to do.
I love it.
The third parties.
I love it.
Interacting.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
I'll do it all day.
I'm here all day. And aren't they from like the South right now?
Yeah, she sound like that.
Yeah, I like.
I can't wait.
I want to say it was Carolina. They keep statues up over there.
It's a different type of church.
They still got them confetti. They just recently took this shit down. Oh man. Well, what show you got?
I finished the new season of True Detective.
Okay.
Night Country.
It's fire.
It was pretty good. I'm usually not the binge guy, but I binged it in one day. And it's I feel like it's usually a little longer. It's only 6 episodes.
That's it?
Yeah. But it takes place in Alaska, so like it's where they have those long stretches where it's either day forever or it's like night forever.
And they show that in the show? Like how do you...
there's nighttime. It's nighttime the whole time. The most you'll see is like you never know what time it is. You're like, oh yeah, it's probably technically like 10:30 in the morning right now. They going to work. That shit'll fuck your body. Your body can't react like that. Like obviously, if you live in Alaska, you're probably used to it. But if you went to visit Alaska, you'd be fucked up.
You ain't never seen nobody go work there and shit. They always be like they be telling me like the homie AJ did it for a while. And, he was like, yo, the time difference shit. Like you got to buy special shades to black it out. And I was like, yeah,
it's fucked up.
It's not a place I want to visit, to be honest with you. Like to be real. So.
But the overall like the detective part.
And it's in Alaska?
Yeah.
So there's natives and shit like that in the show then too, right? To be true to the population?
Yeah, a little bit. It's probably more white people than would normally be there.
Like
because it's not like they're in Anchorage.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking. Like there's like outback white people.
There's like...
I don't imagine Alaska having a fire at like a big city like that.
But that's what I'm saying. If they were in Anchorage, I'd expect to see more... It'd be more realistic to have that many white people.
Yeah.
But they're in a smaller part. But it's like one of those small towns and it's, there's like a science thing where they try to make it. It's cool. It's cool little 6 episodes. It's not my favorite season of True Detective, but it's going to be hard to top season 1.
Yeah.
But it was fine.
I got a few more that I would get off, but I'm gonna save them over time because I have like
right because you ran out of TV. I didn't. I can go all day.
Yeah. I got a few, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna spread it out because I have some good ones. I've watched actually about 3 shows over the last 3 weeks.
This is the only one that I've actually said that was current. Where I was like, oh, I just finished. True Detective. It's fairly new. A lot of time that I say some shit, I watched it 6 months ago. That's probably why it's not that great of a synopsis when I'm doing this segment. I'm going to be better.
No, that's good. I mean, look, if you're not watching TV, that means you're out doing whatever else that needs to be done. So, All right, hit my hand claps. Feels really good to be back in the
building. Just to not be.
Read them and weep. Was I in the wrong if I sold a car for profit that my friend sold me at a discounted price?
Don't let me open up my trauma right now.
Let's do it. Oh, yeah. Are we safe to speak about it?
I don't know.
All right, here we go. So the transaction was a little sloppy. I was in need of a car, but used car prices have been out of control. So my friend offered to sell me his car for a friend and family discount. I'm also financing it through my friend, paying him a certain amount per month. And he's charging me 4% interest. It's a really good friend, right? He's giving only 4%.
No, we're a bad one.
Well, we can get into more details. While the rate is generous, I was also kind of forced into it because I applied and got approved for a loan, but my friend took too long to get me the title and it expired when I reapplied. I was no longer approved. So after that, I decided it was worth just to go with paying my friend. Recently, I had a local dealership make me an offer on this car that I paid $5,000 for, and the offer came in at $8,300. Am I in the wrong if I decide to sell the car for profit and take the money to get a newer car? My current car is fine, but it's almost at 150,000 miles, and I drive over 100 miles a day. So reliability is the most important thing, and I'm just worried this car will only last me another year or so. Then I'll be out of $5,000 versus investing in something with a little more value. That's a tough one.
Not to me.
All right.
You're not wrong.
Okay, there we go. I don't think he's wrong.
I can argue both sides, but my true feelings, you're not wrong.
If it happened to you, would you be mad?
No. Once I sell it to you.
I made the deal.
I mean, I get it. There's just like, dang, I only sold it to you for this price because you're you. Like, I understand the conundrum there. But at the same time, once I sell it to you, I got what I considered fair. Was it just because it was fair because it was like a homie discount? It was still something. Whatever you do with it after you buy it, it's not mine no more.
Right.
So therefore, like, I know the game. Now, would it have been like especially the situation, he's like, oh, I didn't mean to sell it, but I just got this offer.
What if you gave it to your brother
It don't matter who it is. Once I sell it, you do whatever you please.
You're a full capitalist.
That's what it is.
Right, I fuck with you then.
And that's the thing too. It's not even like I sold it to you where I gave you the ultimate, homie, which is like, okay, 5K, get that to me when you can. I was charging you an interest rate. 4% or not. Like, I wouldn't really do that shit.
I agree with you, and I'm going to agree with you to that point right there. If you sell the car, pay your homie what you was going to pay him with the interest on top of it. So if you walk away with $1,000 on top,
that's my whole point. Like, all right, this is a real transaction. You're the bank. You're charging me an interest.
Right.
I went and found a come up. I paid off my loan to you.
Right.
So to you, I have good credit.
But I would pay him whatever I would owe him though still.
But that's the thing, but the thing, the interest isn't up front. The interest is as you're paying it, right?
No,
so
that's true.
If
you sold your car right now,
if I only had it for a month, then you get that $5K plus whatever the 4% on that daily interest was, and you paid off.
That's nasty. You're right, but I don't like that. Like me, I'd be like, yo, bro, like I couldn't. Well,
that's the thing is that's what I would say, because I could say you're about to say, man, I could have got $8,300 for it.
He paid $5K. What's 4% of that? Like what would he have got?
It depends on how long it took to pay it off, because they start that 4%. It's not 4%.
Yeah, we don't know how much he's making
per year.
We don't know how much he's making in
payments. It's 4%
either.
per year. So if I didn't pay you at all, and I just had a bill of $5,000, and a whole year went by, now I owe you what, like $200. Now I owe you $5,200. That would be 4% on top of $5,000.
Yeah, we don't know how much he's paying over how much time, so that's
it doesn't matter. It's a yearly rate, and so it's going to fluctuate based on how much principal you paid versus how long it's been.
No, but would maybe I'm wrong. Wouldn't it matter how much he's paying? Like, say, like if he did 84 months and versus 36 months or whatever, wouldn't that matter in terms of like how much interest he would pay, because it would be more
right?
time?
Because it's taking you longer. But the whole thing is, if you don't pay him $1 and a whole year goes by, you add 4%, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is that 4% starts on day one.
Right.
And it compounds daily. By 365, it hits 4. And so that's why paying your car off, here's a little tip right now. If you have a car payment, split it into 2, right? If you owe $200 a month, pay $100 on the 15th and $100 on the 1st, or whatever, however you usually set it up. Sometimes, like I pay all my bills on the 1st. Mm-hmm. Split it up, pay half of that on the 15th. That saves you 15 days of interest. At least on half your payment, you'll pay your car off 6 months early.
That's what I do now.
That applies to anything.
Right.
I mean, I say a car because you're usually going to have that note for some years.
Right. I mean, that's great money management skills. I mean, with that logic that Lex is telling you, that's probably one of the greatest things he's ever helped me on in life, was understanding that I don't need to pay cash for things upright. That's why that Klarna shit and the couches and all that shit, the only thing you got to worry about is your overhead, right? So like whatever you need to like be able to survive per month, like don't go over your overhead. But if you go with that logic, there's been some big purchases I've made that I've been able to spread out without having any interest and all that shit, and understanding how money works in that regard.
Well, yeah, interest.
It's all about moderation and how much you want to consume in products and shit like that too. But go ahead.
You just got to understand there's good debt, there's bad debt. Most people are paying interest on bad debt.
Right.
And there's a lot more bad debt than good debt. But when it comes to stuff like this, yeah, but just to get back to the main topic of our story, you're not wrong. You found a come up. If he was that pressed,
if he's not wrong, right? Yes, logically wrong. But as a friend or something like that, do you feel like that's fucked up, even though he's not wrong?
No, because I'm putting myself in his friend's shoe. If you bought the car for me, if I was like, hey, or you know what, it wasn't you.
No, I got you.
It wasn't you, but we had a semi-real example of this.
Your phone,
huh?
Your cell phone.
No, I'm talking about with my car. It wasn't you, but if I let that go for a certain number, right?
That's not the same. They were clearly in the wrong.
I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is, let's just say it went smooth.
Okay.
Right? Now, if I would have done a little bit more work, I could have got more money than the actual price I sold it to them for,
I see
right?
what you're saying, yeah.
But once I let it go, if she went and added another 500 and got that off, that's none of my business. And I'm not even tripping.
Right.
I'm like, damn. Now me, I would have done the work to get the extra 500 and do whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't do it. I let it go specifically because it was a friends and family situation.
Right.
But because I chose to do that, it's not my business after it leaves my hands.
Yeah, but you know what? That whole situation was a wants versus needs situation, right? Like in general. Because even that wasn't the first like buyer or potential buyer you had when I even remember that. And I'm only saying that to add to conversation. I'm not like fucking like taking us derailing it though. But a lot of people get into these problems where it's like, bro, like what you need isn't something that you actually want. This dude is going off of the reason why I would argue the other side is because this guy is going off of the fact that this car's got 150,000 miles. Cars don't just die after that. Like based on what you're saying in my thought process of it being a cheaper car, cheaper parts, cheaper labor, you should be able to get another 100,000 miles out of that car.
Yeah, but I mean, well, yeah, that part. But see, that has nothing to do with whether he's wrong. That just means you might regret that shit later. That doesn't mean like, are you wrong morally for what you did? Like, yeah, in the long run, you might be wrong because, hey, you made an extra $3,000, but you're going to have to spend more than that because the used car market got even more fucked up.
Yeah, but you're fucking with the strength. Like, because anybody else, I wouldn't give this deal to. Like, now you fucking with my strength.
I understand that part.
No, that's what I'm saying. I would be mad at that. That's what I'm saying.
I can argue both sides. But for me putting myself in the other person's shoes who gave the homie discount, I wouldn't. That's why I'm saying he's not wrong because I know whatever way I would feel about it, I would understand like, hey, once it leaves my hand and the transaction's done, it's technically not my business no more.
I see where we're at right now. I know how to answer
because
this.
I gave you a car and you're giving me money.
How many people off the top of your head do you think you can give a homie discount to right now?
Probably more than I should.
I got 8.
I'd probably give homie discounts to people I shouldn't, so it's probably bigger than 8.
Like 20 or over 25?
25?
Might be.
It might be because I'm a nice guy.
Yeah, I can't do that. Yeah. See, that's where we differ. And you know what's funny? Like, I think now that we said that, it finally like Pandora's box clicked open, right? We're so yin and yang that like I come across the way I do because of how you are as a person. I realize that
that
now.
makes me sound like I'm a way better person than I am.
Look, that's between you and God. But what I'm saying is like the way my tone and demeanor and how I go about doing things, that's why I come across the way I do in certain circles, especially with nice people. Among assholes, bro, I'm fucking great. Like, I swear to God, I feel like I'm like the greatest thing since sliced bread. But anyway, hit my hand claps. How much time we got left on the clock? Yeah, we'll go ahead and do it. Current events. So you know what? I didn't write this down, but I just saw it. And in Los Angeles right now, a lot of the self-checkout machines are being removed out of Walmarts, Targets, and everything else.
My bad.
So as far as the
I went a little too far, y'all.
Oh shit! As far as the last days things, we might be bouncing back to regular times, because what I've learned is that as much as they like to say like, oh, Amazon accrues over $35 million or $80 million in losses every year, that's a critical loss, right? Like, as much as like we would love to say, oh, Jeff Bezos is worth $2 billion or whatever, nah, that shit matters, right? Especially if you're replacing things, and theft is a big all-time high, right? We talked on a few pods ago about like Amazon trucks being stolen. Now the reason why Walmarts and Targets and stuff are getting rid of self-checkout aisles is because people are stealing, right? And at some point, like, you're paying out so much money in like losses and shit like that it's no longer profitable. And so, like, that's what I'm telling you. Like, I feel like the economic downturn that we're in, this ain't the worst of it yet because they doing shit like that. Like, when people start accounting for more, I heard another insurance dude tell me, like, they not doing, like, big events that they used to do. You know, like, they pulling back from those things. So, like, I can see why, like, certain things are happening. But if you are a believer that AI is going to take over the world, you got another thing coming, because people are going to be people at the end of the day. And not everybody's going to be willing to accept some of those changes or be able to afford to. You're not getting me to pay $3,000 for no fucking Apple goggles and a new Oculus or whatever that's got better resolution. You know, if half the time if people would just read things and read like what's better from this generation to the next, you probably won't even see the difference in it with computer stuff and everything else. Even cars. When you buy a car, you're buying the body. There's only so much they can do to the engine to make sure that it's street legal and safe and gas economic at the same time. You're really just buying the body. Which is why I always told myself I'm not buying like new cars like that all the time. It's either I'm going to buy an engine,
buying new cars,
or a battery.
Is one of the worst purchases you can make.
Absolutely. I want to buy a new one right now. I want to get it bigger, but I'm going to wait. 7%. She said it to me at the bank. I said, y'all. She said, 7%. I was like, y'all still on some bullshit. I'll see you next time. I'll keep checking every 6 months. But I can't do it. But anyway, what do you think about like the self-checkouts and AI and, you know, maybe people locking into technology? I don't think
no, the thing is technology is going to be replacing jobs. That's what's it's going to happen, right? I'm not going to put it on the self-checkout thing. What I'm going to think about that without thinking all the way through isn't that, hey, you know what? This technology isn't good enough to where it shouldn't happen. I think that was the natural progression. I think they underestimated the amount of theft that was going to happen doing this, right? Now me, I admit I'm not the greatest man in the world, right?
Right.
I don't flat out steal shit. It's just with my produce, that pound, it's like 0.8 pounds, you know? I keep my thumb off the scale, so to speak. I don't just outright not be scanning shit.
Yeah,
People be outright just walking out the store with just full on carts, like...
Oh, you seen
just
it?
Bold as fuck.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
Like in person live?
In person.
I ain't never seen that shit. Where you be at? Food for Less?
Hey, man.
I'm just saying, you got to get it how you live.
I still shop at Walmart.
I'm not bad at you. I'm just saying. Like I'm naming places that I know that these things happen. Sprouts doesn't have these problems,
it's where
I'm
they got it's not the self-checkouts problem. It's like, okay, so self-checkout, they take 1 or 2 people. They have 10 stands, and instead of 10 cashiers, they take 2 of those people, replace 8 of the job, 2 of those people to watch everybody. The people who they hire, understandably, like, you know what?
I ain't tackling them.
No, not even that. Just the labor, like, you know what? You can't hire Harvard graduates for that job. Not everybody wants that job, whatever it is. And you know what? To be fair, I'm not even calling them stupid. Doesn't make them stupid people. But you know what? I don't even know what the minimum wage is right now. I'm so fucking privileged.
It's like $15, $17.
For $15? No, shit. See, my mind's too fucked up. I'm still back there. For $15, I would do it, but I'm still thinking like my minimum wage is $6.75.
Bag of chips is $3-4 now.
But I'm still thinking, I worked for $6.75. Y'all could work for $15.
Yeah. The prices. Was
so I'm just gonna go in my when I was at 7-Eleven and I told him I'm not getting stabbed over no $8.50 for someone running off.
I'm not getting stabbed for $15
with a toucan, with a 211, a tall can. I'm not getting stabbed for that. I'm not doing it for 15 either, but at least it's double digits, right? What I'm saying is,
at least it's double
I'm not
digits.
exactly watching with a keen eye every single register. Like I know one of y'all motherfuckers is stealing. I'm not doing that,
right? Or
maybe the average person isn't cynical. They don't expect the theft. They're like, oh, most people are gonna pay. Yeah, some people get by.
Right.
But the amount of theft that's going, or even they try to be like Costco, at least at the Walmart I'm at, they have the ticket checkers.
Right.
But most of the time, they look at the length of the receipt, they look at the cart, that seems like it's 10 items, and keep it pushing.
That was it.
Now, Costco's efficient. They have a self-checkout line, too.
I've never been to that one. You gotta swipe your card?
You gotta swipe your card. They have
the black is
it's not expanding all the way because I don't go to self-checkout at Costco because I have too much shit all the time, right? Plus,
you need boxes and shit. They don't give you bags.
Plus, it depends on a Costco. If you're a Costco person that always has or this might be every self-checkout. If you buy alcohol every time you go, then you can't go to self-checkout because they need to scan that separately. But the Costco ones,
that's like that at every self-checkout.
It's hard. Like, it's someone who has my thumb on the scale for produce. It's hard to steal at Costco if you were just a thief in general, right? It doesn't happen as often because the way they're set up is way more efficient.
You got to get out of there too.
Them lines is long, but like, y'all ain't stealing.
You be doing RB drills.
We already giving y'all the biggest discount we can, so we start losing money early.
Right.
Right, we're already not making that much of a profit till we start losing money.
You think they do that shit on purpose? Make that shit like an 80-yard dash to the front door?
Yeah,
like for real, I feel like that's just by design.
it has to be, and it works.
The TVs is on
and
entry.
it works, but other stores can't. Every store can't be. I bet you every fast food restaurant looks at Chick-fil-A and be like, "Yo, that's the best way you can do a line."
But we can't afford.
But we can't do that.
Yeah.
So it just the infrastructure has to be
No,
there.
because I feel like In-N-Out should be able to fix that shit. They were starting it a little bit.
But In-N-Out's not.
They always
They're
put them
not.
in inconvenient
They're not
parking
terrible.
lots.
They're just it's just not set up.
The spot by you, that one is solid, right? By the Carl's Jr. and everything, like that Chick-fil-A little line. They got that one down. The one over here in Spring Valley is cool. But then all the In-N-Outs are like La Mesa, Lemon Grove. That's just right by a freeway exit. I'm never getting off there. The National City one by a freeway exit. I'm not doing that. McDonald's is always a hassle a little bit too. Like it's always off of a busy ass
the
street.
problem is it's like, or In-N-Out's trying to do better. Chick-fil-A started off with like 2 or 3 lines, and that just made this shit like, you're gonna go here, go there. In-N-Out, they be trying to get their shit off on one line, and just they'll have somebody out there and they'll get all the orders up. But when it's only one line, it's gonna go longer.
Right.
But yeah. AI.
Yeah, shout out to the AI, man. All right,
hey, man, get rid of all them. Hit Chula Vista last, man. I need my self checkout a little longer. Got to stack a little bit. Especially when it's not avocado season. Come on, man.
Shit, nothing's in season. She said strawberries is like $13 at Costco right now.
And they be fucking moldy on day 2. They not in season. I'm like, yo, y'all ain't having no strawberries.
As soon as that shit leave the refrigerator.
Come on, dog.
I don't know what it is about that refrigerator with the little plastic joints.
We switching raspberries for like a month.
Yo, as soon as that shit hit warm air, it's over with. Like, and from your car to the refrigerator, to your next refrigerator, it's over. 3 Cheers. I don't have nothing like super big on 3 Cheers. Do you?
Nah.
I can't think of anything that's been really notable that has happened. Happy Black History Month. But damn, we missed all of Black History Month. That's crazy.
I feel like
you know what? 2024 has been a crazy year already because we haven't really potted during Black History Month, and there's a white lady at my job that's sending us all the heroes. So that's just been like a little wild to me. But I was like, yo, she's consistent every day. I was like, you might be like the next white ally I might befriend. So
we can. I guess we get some shit off. It's been a while since we potted. I mean, shout out to. Are you of the belief that Patrick Mahomes needs to get to 7 to get to Brady, or you think he'll be past Brady with less rings?
I think that I read something that he said that I realized that's going to fuck with him more, and he don't really care, is that when he had the opportunity to beat him, they won 31-9. And that's always going to fuck with him.
Yeah, because at the end of the day,
we always going to say that.
I have a lot of rings too, but I lost to him, the one I was chasing.
That who was supposed to be the GOAT. Like that would fuck with me.
Yeah.
And he's not coming back. Like, yo, like he probably was calling him.
It don't even matter. You know the GOAT lost to the bad man.
yeah.
Twice.
And that's the thing, because then I'll start looking like, am I Eli? Am I Eli or what, man? Because like he 31-9.
That shit saved him.
Now to be fair, that Bucks D was nasty. Pause. But like
it wasn't just that.
It was destiny.
Their O-line they were on like third string O-line. We watched it. We watched this one here.
Yeah, it was destiny. It was a good old fashioned ass whooping.
It was terrible.
I forgot it almost happened because the way they've been playing ever since then. Like he learned from that. Like, yo.
The thing is, they would have won that game if he had even the second string O-line. They would have won that game. That O-line, if you watch it, he's running for his life on as soon as the ball. Like he didn't even get to 1 second.
Well, that O-line was trash, but they put a lot of money into them after that. You know what I mean?
No, I'm just saying, but they not even ever just trash. They were also hurt. The trash ones was hurt. The ones that you only see on Hard Knocks were the ones in the game.
That's true.
Like, oh, I know his name. He he got that good family on episode 2.
But you know, they've had some shaky O-lines and still made it far.
Well, yeah, because he's Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, and that's where you know, hey, look, you can do all that great shit you wanted to, big dog.
Who else? Shout out to the Grammys. They got it right this year. Yeah, Killer Mike.
I wanted to talk about Kanye and Vultures, but that's kind of lost its steam.
I ain't heard it.
You're not missing shit. I listened to it for just the fact that it's Ye, and I haven't gone back to it.
I was gonna get, but this is the time of, I don't want to say time of year, but if anybody remembers how I listen to music, E40. He takes like 3 weeks. Anybody who follows my story closely, where I always post what song I'm listening to on Friday, the past 3 Fridays have been E40.
Like new E40 or old shit?
The whole disc. I listened to the whole discography, so it starts.
Also, all your whole days, all day.
Well, I mean, in a certain era,
Supercalifragilistic.
Yeah, the early one doesn't necessarily. It's a little different, but yeah.
Just so that y'all know, like, I guess it was good that we potted today too. Lex is going to be on sabbatical. He decided that he was going to use his vacation hours for the next 30 days. So we will have some guests come in. I will be potting on off different days, and then starting in April, we'll start back anew.
What week are you going to Vegas?
I ain't gonna say it on here, but I'll tell you when.
But it's during those 30 days.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I got a plan for that already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's
you can start putting shit in the can?
Yeah. I got no other choice.
Hey, shit, I've been trying to get put in the can for a long time.
I just want you to come here without me being here, without having to do that on the regular day.
Well, that would.
They got no problem with you coming in here. He swear that he can't come here
know,
and hang out.
We just put it in the can.
I tell you what, if you just knocked on the door and say, "Hey man, I'm gonna come hang out," he gonna think it's odd, but he gonna allow you to sit down on the couch and talk to him.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. Like that shit funny as hell, but yeah. But yeah, we shouldn't have to do it in the can. I don't want to. But like the fact that it's not you and it's someone else, then I could talk about some other shit that's not even dated at that point. That's the reason why. You know, I've always thought about it in that fashion. But all right, we out. It's late as shit.
Yeah, no motherfucking outro.
Oh, you ain't got nothing on the books?
I could just go back to where I was at.
Yeah,
I mentioned it.
Live your best life, man. I think that's it. Next week, I think we got Jonah up in rotation on coming in on the pod. So.
Oh, the first is on Friday.
Yeah,
I should probably know that more than anybody. I should probably get that one.
Oh shit! You got about 6 days before you get your sabbatical going,
about
bro.
3 motherfucking 6 days.